I would like to go into early childhood education.
I want to be a pediatric oncology nurse.
I want to go into the STEM field.
I am looking to get into the film and production industry.
Planning to go into nursing.
A special education lawyer.
A comedy writer.
I'd like to be a high school or middle school teacher when I grow up.
Every time my friends came over to my house, I would sort of force them to make some sort of sketch with me and we would videotape it. So I started writing sketches and I found out that was really the part of the whole production that I enjoyed the most.
I recognized not only the importance of being a teacher, but being a teacher in that age group when they're so young and they still have so much to learn. It's a time of real opportunity to get to help these kids and to guide them.
I've always sort of had an affinity for visual storytelling from like a really young age. Like for the most part when I was playing, it would be like I had like toys and I would kind of like think like my eyes were the camera and I would basically be filming with my eyes how the toys were acting.
As I got older and needed a special education attorney for my own specific needs and learning disabilities, I realized that I could be that for other young kids and other young women who needed the same kind of help that I did.
Especially like in my life, I've learned like my teachers have really formed me into the person that I am. Especially my secondary teachers, my middle school teachers, my high school teachers, like they're the ones really prepping me for the world like before I go out into college. And I think that that's really important and it's something that I want to do to make a change in the world.
I think she is so witty and super opinionated and so willing to share her views without thinking twice about them.
When she was at Notre Dame, she was one of the only and few women in the engineering program. To be able to say I was one of the few women who helped contribute to this would be something that's just so fascinating and cool to talk about.
She's dedicated to these kids, and even after so many years of working there, she still is so full of love for her career, and it's inspiring. Seeing her, it's like it's possible, and not only is it possible, but it's enjoyable and it's fun, and it's a work of heart.
She was really just the person who got me into sciences, and she really just sparked my interest in all things like biology and anatomy. She was really just the way that I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and she's really the person that I go to when I say I want to be a nurse, and she's the reason why.
Being a Latina and being like from a Hispanic heritage, it's really like interested me to see women with sort of a similar background just in the spotlight or like in general like on a platform. Seeing people like Sonia Sotomayor, who's on the Supreme Court, like she's showed us that like Puerto Ricans can do something and Puerto Rican females can do something.
A lot of them have faced a lot of adversity in their careers and have been told no so many times, and they kept going and eventually they got to the highest court of law in the US, which I think is very admirable.
Just like a strong woman who is fighting for what she believes in and is not like backing down. People have been saying bad things about her for decades now, and like even through that she still decides that what she does is powerful enough that she should keep going.
If you keep working for what you want and you keep telling yourself you're gonna do it, then you'll get there. If you tell yourself you're not good enough or you tell yourself that you can't do it, you won't. You need to have the aspiration to be able to achieve what you want to do, and you need to think that so that you can actually get there.
You can't let that spark in you go out. The inspirations that you have, the drive that you have, the passions that you have, go for it.
It's okay to fall down, even let yourself fall down sometimes, so you know what it's like to get back up and keep going.
Maybe wear a cute shirt or put on some makeup if you really want to. Like, don't feel discouraged to do those sorts of things just because everyone else around you isn't doing them.
Like, I'm a woman and I know it's a female-dominated field, but I feel like we should still be getting the same support. I don't know. I think anybody can be a nurse if you like have the right personality to do that. So
you can make a change in anything that you do. Like that change can only come from you. Women can do a million like great things and they can change the world. We don't have to be the guys and we don't have to always measure up to that. We can be women and we can still change the world and we can still be empowered. And I think once we're able to embrace that difference and we can like really move forward with it.
It can be kind of intimidating as a woman trying to go into law. It's a predominantly male field, so it can be hard to get into it. It can be hard to gain that kind of respect, but as long as you keep going and keep trying, you belong wherever you want to be, and you're going to be able to find that regardless of what anyone else wants to tell you. And if they tell you no, just keep going, and eventually they're gonna have to agree with you or say yes, because you're not going to stop.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month, everybody.
Happy Women's History Month, everyone.
Happy Women's History Month, everybody.